One psalm a day. Psalm 14, King James Version. The fool hath said in his heart, There is no God. They are corrupt, they have done abominable works, there is none that doeth good. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men, to see if there were any that did understand, and seek God. They are all gone aside, they are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good. No, not one. Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge? Who eat up my people as they eat bread, and call not upon the Lord. There were they in great fear. For God is in the generation of the righteous. Ye have shamed the counsel of the poor, because the Lord is his refuge. Oh, that the salvation of Israel were come out of Zion. When the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad. Psalm 14 is a sobering reflection on the brokenness of humanity and the reality of a world where God is often denied. It begins with a stark declaration. The fool says in his heart, There is no God. This isn't merely intellectual atheism, it is moral defiance, a choice to live as if God does not matter. Such denial leads to corruption, not just in thought but in action. The psalm reveals how spiritual neglect results in societal decay. When David writes that there is none that doeth good, he's not exaggerating individual wickedness, but painting a picture of collective moral decline. It is a lamentation over the human tendency to stray, to forget, and to justify sin. God is not absent, he is watching. From heaven, he looks down, seeking hearts that long for truth. That he finds rebellion, not repentance. The entire structure of human morality seems infected, with no one untouched by the stain of selfishness. The image of the wicked consuming God's people like bread is powerful. It shows how evil often appears routine, normalized, even casual, like eating a meal. The righteous are not just ignored, they're devoured. Yet, this psalm offers a turning point. God is in the generation of the righteous. Though surrounded by injustice, the righteous are not abandoned. God's presence is their anchor, and his refuge is their shelter. David speaks also to the shame directed at the poor, who often rely more openly on God. The world may mock their hope, but the Lord honors it. This contrast between worldly pride and humble faith runs deep in the psalm. It shows that true wisdom is not found in denying God, but in trusting him, especially when times are dark and confusing. The final verse is a cry for redemption. Oh, that salvation for Israel would come out of Zion. This is a yearning for divine intervention, a hope that God will restore what's been lost. It reminds us that despair is not the end of the story. There is always a horizon beyond the valley, always a promise waiting to be fulfilled. Psalm 14 holds a mirror to our modern world. It invites us to examine where we've pushed God aside in favor of our own truths. It also reminds us that God's gaze still searches for the seeking heart. Though we live in a nosy, distracted age, this psalm calls us to be among those who seek, not those who scoff. The message is clear. While evil may seem widespread, and righteousness rare, God is not silent. He is near to those who trust him, he has not forgotten the oppressed, and he still promises restoration. To deny God is to walk in darkness, but to acknowledge him is to find light, hope, and a future. In this psalm, judgment and grace meet. Humanity is exposed, but salvation is envisioned. This paradox of human failure and divine faithfulness lies at the heart of biblical truth, and it remains as relevant today as when David first sang it.